The young people say vibing, vibing, vibing. Is this vibing or what? This is vibing the religious way. Uganda is a country of martyrs. And those people who are just talking outside there, I normally follow what they are saying. Like on the issue of the homosexuals, they talk so much, this one, that one. They don't know that Uganda is a land of martyrs. If you want to play around, you play around with Uganda. You will see. You will not like it. The young people say vibing, vibing, vibing. Is this vibing or what? This is vibing the religious way.
Oh no, he didn't. Oh no, he didn't. Yes, he did. Dude, of course he did. It's Museveni. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's good to see you today on the Speak and See Show. I ask you to like, subscribe, click that notification button. So when we get information out, you can get information in. And I just want to say this, Museveni went off again. Well, what do we expect? We expect nothing less from Museveni, but what I loved about this, there's such a stereotype of Christians just being those people that are just have to just love no matter what, and we do, but there's this thing called agape love where we really don't love you for what you do, but we love you for who God made you to be. But now he has just come along and said, look, we're martyrs, man. We've been through hell and back. We're standing our ground. We have done everything we need to do. Christians are the strongest people in the world, and I totally agree. So let's start acting like it, is what he's saying. Let's start acting like it. Uganda is going to show you people out there how to act and be Christians, how to live like Christians. And this speech right here was just, oh, it was just amazing. So I am going to shut up, grab a drink, and watch it with you.
First of all, I congratulate the Ugandans on reaching this day. You remember we passed through many problems. We had Corona, we had Ebola, we had all those issues, but we managed to go through, and we are now here again. The young people say vibing. Is this vibing or what? This is vibing the religious way. So I congratulate you. Mama Janet and myself would like to thank God, because when I heard that today was 60 years since the canonization of the saints, I said, but I've been here all this time. You know, when the saints were canonized, 1964, I was 19 years old. I was in S4 at Ntare. I was following everything. So you could say I was a participant. Then, 1986, what Archbishop Samogera was saying, when we came from the bush, we said, why is Martyrs' Day a private function? It should be a public holiday, it should be official. Because they used to wait for the weekend. The 3rd of June would come, but then they wait for the next weekend, I think a Sunday or something. I said, no, this is not good enough. So that first time, again, you can see how I have cheated you people. Somebody who was here in 1964, when the martyrs were canonized. Then 1986, I was here to celebrate. Now, when I had 60 years, I said, I can't miss. Mama, let's go. Because this is a blessing. I want to thank the Christians, not only the Christians, the believers in Uganda and their leaders, the religious leaders. I want to thank you for adopting the NRM ideology, whether you know it or not. This is because from the 1960s, Uganda, even earlier, Ugandans were divided according to tribes, according to religion. You know that very well. And this was part of the chaos. The chaos which engulfed Uganda was partly due to that sectarianism of religion and tribes. But when we came, we opposed this very firmly. That's why up to now, we have never allowed chaplains in the army. Because we said, you who say you are religious, you are more unreligious than the unreligious. You are dividing our people, saying Catholics, Protestants, Muslims, please attack you, mambo. We want umoja. And you embraced it. I want to thank you very much, all of you. You embraced it, the believers and the leaders. I want to thank you very much. The leaders, your leaders, they formed the Inter-Religious Council. This was formed after the NRM came into government. I don't think it was there before. So you can call the Inter-Religious Council some form of NRMism, something like that. Because Jesus made it clear, love God with all your heart and all your might, and love your neighbor as you love yourself. This is what Jesus said. And Jesus said, if you only love your friends, how are you different from the pagans? Because they do the same. Jesus said, love your enemies. That's what Jesus taught us. This is the line of the NRM. So I am glad you embraced it. But for today, I want to emphasize the parable of the talents, where people were given talents, one multiplied them, another one kept them, another one lost the talents. And when the master came, he thanked the one who multiplied the talents. You, the Christians, and the other believers, you must multiply your talents. I don't think it is correct to have Christians and other believers living in poverty. I don't think this is correct. And I was very happy with the questions which I think it was Indianabo who quoted Pope Francis asking those questions. The one he questioned, one of them was about, are you working hard to get out of poverty? Because, again, in the Bible it says, let your light so shine before men that they see your good deeds and praise your Father who is in heaven. How can Christians fail to influence people by example, not only just by talking and so on, but by doing, so that you become an example to others to copy you? There are many countries where there are many Christians. If you go to Latin America, many of those countries are Christian countries. There are very many Christians there. But the people are living in poverty in those countries. You see them walking on foot, going to the United States to look for prosperity. So I think we should harmonize with the religious leaders this message of chasing poverty from our homes. I don't want Uganda to be religious but poor. I started opposing that in the 60s, where I was living in Ntungamo, in Isinjiro, in Chiruhura. We had very religious people there, the Barokore were very religious. But they would say, look at the birds of the air. They don't sow, nor do they harvest, but God feeds them. I said, no, I'm not a bird of the air. I was created on Saturday, after God had created all the other creatures, the snakes and all that, and the tadpoles. And God said, establish dominion over these creatures. So I'm not a bird of the air to just be fed by. I disagreed with the Barokore in our area there. And I'm glad if you got that area, they have really woken up. Therefore, you, the young people, you spend so much time watching European football. You don't bother with what is happening in Africa here. Even somebody asked me, Mr. Museveni, what football club do you support? I said, what club? What club? I was a footballer myself. So if I want football, I play, I don't watch. And watch European clubs. So you can imagine the African youth totally diverted. You don't hear them talking about the integration of Africa, which is what Mwalimu was fighting for, and which is what we have been fighting for. When I make the State of the Nation in a few days' time, I will emphasize this point. So finally, the final 2 points. The example of the saints. Today, Uganda is a country of martyrs. And those people who are just talking outside there, I normally follow what they are saying. Like on the issue of the homosexuals. They talk so much, this one, that one. They don't know that Uganda is a land of martyrs. If you want to play around, you play around with Uganda. You will see. You will not like it. These young people, we are all young people. Many of them were young people. I hear only very few were above 40. All the others were young people. But they couldn't accept the ukafiri of Mwanga. They said no. Now, these are the ones we are celebrating now. But on the 9th, in the next few days, 6 days from now, we are going to celebrate the political matters. We call the 9th of May Heroes Day. Not long ago, Basilio Okero, he got hold of some Ugandans and said us, if you don't tell us where the guerrillas are, I will kill you. They knew where we were, where some of our people were. They said, no, you kill us. And Basilio Okero killed them. And where's Basilio Okero now? So this is we are here to celebrate those matters. This land is a land of matters. We had bad leadership in the past, bad leaders, but we have got capacity to resist. Some of the speakers have talked about corruption. I totally agree with them. Corruption is becoming a problem, and when I address the nation on the 6th, I will say more about the corruption.
Shout out to Museveni. If I ever get a chance to go to Uganda, as I have some relatives in Uganda right now that are caring for some children over there, I just want to say, we are with you. You are blessed in a highly favored country, and God is going to continue pouring out his blessings on you. I know in the Bible it says, who will go for me? Will you go? Uganda is saying, yes, Lord, I will go. And I would love to just be part of that in an indirect way, as I'm all the way over here in the United States, and just to let you know, those countries out there in Africa, Americans are standing with you in all that's going on right now around the world. So God bless you. One love, it's unity. One love, Father, Spirit, Son, abiding in all of us throughout the world. His glory goes throughout the world. And I'll see you on the next one. Love you all. Bye-bye.